Happy Saturday, everyone. Welcome back to another video. My name is Tawanda, and this is Tawanda's Blessed Life. And on my channel, I do decorating on a budget, DIYs, and hauls with a sprinkle of migraine enlightenment. I also do sister lock updates and lifestyle updates, so if that is something that you are interested in, go ahead and hit the subscribe button to join my YouTube family. And today's video is a part of a playlist. The Love is in the Air playlist, Valentine's Day DIYs, and today's hosts are Brenda from Rustic and Lace DIY and Krista from Krista's Crafty Life. And I will have the links to both hosts in my description box along with the link to the playlist. If you can go ahead and click on the playlist to continue watching all of the lovely crafters videos, I would greatly appreciate it. And so today I have 3 Dollar Tree Valentine's Day DIYs for you. And so we're going to go ahead and get started. I hope you all enjoy. For this DIY, I have these little wooden shaped hearts from Dollar Tree. I have my Waverly Antique Wax. I have this little heart that says love on it. And then I have some scrapbook paper that I went ahead and just cut the heart out of. And I'm going to use my glue stick. The heart that has love on it came from Dollar Tree a couple of years ago. And I was trying to like sand down that paper to get it kind of smooth, and it just kind of kept coming off. So actually kind of changed what I was going to end up doing. So I went ahead and just cut that heart out with the scrapbook paper. And then here I'm just using my glue stick to go ahead and attach it to the heart. And then I went ahead and took those little hearts, those little wooden hearts from Dollar Tree, and I stained those with the Waverly Antique Wax. And then while my heart was drying, once my heart was dry, I went ahead and just sanded the edges of my heart. And then I started to place my little wooden hearts onto my heart. So once I had my hearts placed like I wanted them, I went ahead and just started to hot glue them onto my heart. And if you are new to my channel, welcome. Thank you for stopping by. And if you're already subscribed, thank you for continuing to support my channel. I really do appreciate it. And today's DIYs are going to be more on the rustic side. Once I started this DIY and changed what I was going to do with it, I just kind of went ahead and just leaned on to creating making all three of my DIYs for this video more rustic. So you'll have to let me know what you think about all of these DIYs for today. After I had my hearts all hot glued to my heart, I went ahead and just took some of the Waverly Antique Wax and went around the edges of the heart. And then I wiped it back some. And then I took some sandpaper, and then I gave it a little a light coat of sanding. And that is going to be it for this DIY. For this DIY, I have these little gold necklace beads, I guess. This heart from Dollar Tree, some white Waverly, and the white chalk paint, Waverly white chalk paint, excuse me. I have the shellac, and then I also use some of the white spray paint. So originally what I did was I went ahead and took the heart outside and I gave it a coat of shellac just to prevent the paint from being able to prevent the paint from scratching. And I gave it a coat of white spray paint to help cover it. So I would only have to do one coat of the white Waverly chalk paint. And so once that was done and my heart was dry, I brought it back inside, gave it a coat of the white chalk paint, and then I went over it with the Waverly Antique Wax. So here is what I am adding the Waverly Antique Wax now. I put it on the inside and the outside of the heart because I wanted to make a little I wanted the heart to look wooden instead of plastic or red. And then once I had that done, I took those little beads that I had put in the white, that I also painted with the white paint. And I went ahead and started to hot glue those onto the edge of my heart. Now, I went ahead and did that. So I'm just going to go ahead and just show you all what it looked like. So I left all of this in the video. But the hot glue was kind of just going everywhere and kind of dripping down. And then the beads were not staying on properly. And so then I thought, well, I'll just go ahead and give it, because I had so much of, because I had the glue already on it. And the glue was kind of just like going down the edges of the heart. I decided I was going to go back over it with some other white paint to kind of cover that up, and then put in those little areas, and then I would go back over it with the Waverly Anti-Wax. Well, anyway, it was not good, and so the little beads started to like come off because they weren't sticking on properly with the hot glue. So eventually what I ended up doing was just taking the beads off completely, and then giving the whole heart another coat of the white paint. I also went ahead and just removed all of the glue that was on top of the heart. And then I went back over everything with a coat of the Waverly Antique Wax, and I ended up not using the beads at all. So you'll see me. So this is me trying to correct some of those areas where I had the glue. I figured if I added some more of the paint and the Waverly Antique Wax, it would kind of like cover those areas where the glue kind of just dripped down, but it did not. So I went ahead and just took those beads off. And like I said, just gave it another coat of the white chalk paint, and then went back over it with the Waverly Antique Wax. And that is going to be it for this DIY. So yeah, you'll have to let me know what you think. I actually do like the idea of having it with the little beads on it. I'll just have to figure out a different way to put those on. If you have any suggestions, go ahead and put it in my comments. I would greatly appreciate it. So this is round 2. So this is me going back, and I went ahead and, like I said, painted the whole heart with the Waverly Antique Wax, white chalk paint. And now I'm just going back over everything with the Waverly Antique Wax. I'm going to go ahead and just apply a coat to the inside of the heart and the outside of the heart. And then I'll go back and wipe it back with a dry paper towel. And that is going to be it for this DIY. You'll have to let me know what you think. I like the idea of having the wood look of the heart. I think that if I did it over again, I would have placed the beads on first and then spray painted it, and then went over with the white Waverly white chalk paint, and then the antique wax. And I think it probably would have also given it a stronger hold. So, but yeah, if you have any suggestions, go ahead and let me know in my comments. I would greatly appreciate it. So we're moving on to our last and final DIY for today. So I have this card from Dollar Tree. It says Jesus is calling. It was in the Valentine's Day section. I also have some scrapbook paper that says love on it. And then I have this little sign. I'm going to flip it on the outside to use the back side of it to create a shadow box. So I went ahead and cut my scrapbook paper to size, and then I went ahead and cut my card. And once I got it all put together, I decided I didn't like it. And so you will see me here looking at it. I'm kind of just like staring at it for a little while because I really wasn't sure what I wanted to do. So I ended up taking it apart, and then I ended up finding this little like I don't even know what this is, like a little ceramic dish. And so I went back and cut the card down a little bit more, and then I used my glue stick to attach it to the little plate. And then I took some of the Waverly Antique Wax and I went around the edges of my little plate because I didn't want it to be white. And I also went ahead and just gave the back side of it a coat of the Waverly Antique Wax. And then as I was sitting there looking at it, I'm like, I still really don't like it. And so then I went back over it. I went over the whole card with the Waverly Antique Wax. I just gave it a light coat. And then once I did that, I took my little sanding paper and then I went back over and I sanded over the little plate. I'm going to call it a key holder. And then I went over the card a little bit also. And then I took some of my Mod Podge and I gave it 2 coats of Mod Podge. So I actually used my hair dryer to dry it in between coats. And then I took 4 of my little wooden beads, excuse me, and hot glued those to the bottom of my little key holder. And I'm just going to place this when you walk inside my home to be able to put keys or whatever in it. And that is going to be it for this DIY. That is going to be it for today's video. Please go ahead and click on the playlist to continue watching all of the Lovely Crafters videos. I would greatly appreciate it. And if you like what I'm doing, please like, share, and subscribe. And like I always say, be nicer, be kinder. God will love you for it. And I hope you have a blessed day. And I'll see you on Sunday. Goodbye.